Greetings, folks. Today is Wednesday, May the 1st, 2019. I'm Tom Weaver. This is my commentary. Or actually, this is part 2 from yesterday's commentary about my 7th Amendment rights being violated. Now, at one point, okay, so you would have to, I hope you catch up. I hope you've heard what I said yesterday. And if you didn't, I'll give you the link so you can go back and check it out. Or you can check it out on YouTube. Whatever the case may be, you need to go back and hear what I said yesterday. Now, after listening to what I said yesterday, I realized there are other things that need to be said. One, after the judge made his decision to deny my rights to a jury trial, and after he read that stupid rule, he also asked the plaintiff's lawyer, David Warner Jr., from the Buskin Davis Law Group of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Now, the judge asked him, saying something like, Mr. Leinenweaver brought up his constitutional rights. What do you think? And I don't remember what the guy said verbatim, but he agreed that that my constitutional rights should be violated. In other words, he did what he should have said, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a minute. What he should have said, well, it is a constitutional right, Your Honor. I have no objection to trial by jury. That's what he should have said. Why? Well, I did some research. As it turns out, lawyers in the state of Pennsylvania must take an oath of office. Okay? This is from, let's see, I'll give you the link, by the way. This is from lawjustia.com. It's the 2014 Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes, Title 42, Judiciary and Judicial Procedure. It's Chapter 25, Representatives of Litigants, Section 2522, Oath of Office. Okay. So, anyway, it says, before entering upon the duties of his office, each attorney at law shall take and subscribe the following oath or affirmation before a person authorized to administer oaths. Now, governors can do that. I think local mayors can do that. Maybe the president of the county commissioners, I don't know. But whoever, so the oath is as follows. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity as well as to court as to the client, that I will use no falsehood nor delay the cause of any person for lucre or malice. Any person refusing to take this oath or affirmation shall forfeit his office. Now, my question is, what if you have a person that takes that oath and he violates that oath? What do you do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to complain to the Pennsylvania Bar Association. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I'm also going to complain about Judge Klein to the Pennsylvania Bar Association, because you see, he's also a lawyer. And it's been my experience that lawyers stick together. Haven't you experienced that? And that's why that's one of the reasons why I wanted a jury trial. I didn't have a lawyer. Okay? And so I wanted average, normal people to hear this case, to hear the truth from me, and make a decision. Okay? But like I said, it's been my experience that lawyers stick together. And if one lawyer, if a lawyer is a judge and he wants to deny a constitutional right, another lawyer is going to agree. And that's what happened in my case. So, now, what happened after that? I don't know. Well, except the judge told the plaintiff's lawyer to proceed, but as he was proceeding, I start feeling ill. I start feeling tightness in my chest. I felt like my heart was fluttering. I got clammy, sweaty and cold. Although, the sweat wasn't rolling off me, but I was feeling clammy. And I was also feeling weak. Now, what does that tell you? I had, I don't know what you want to call it, a stress attack, a panic attack, or a anxiety attack. But whatever the case may be, I couldn't continue. And I got up, and I could barely walk because I was staggered when I walked. It was almost like I was drunk. And the sheriff's deputy came to me and said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to the hospital." He says, "Well, can you make it like this?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm going to try." And he said, "Would you like to have an ambulance?" And I said, "That might not be a bad idea." So that's what happened. Ambulance came, and I spent the rest of the morning and part of the afternoon in the Good Samaritan Hospital. And of course, when I said I was feeling better, which I was, I mean, the panic went away. It didn't go away totally because I still feel part of it. But the fact is, I was spent the rest of the morning and part of the afternoon in the emergency room at the Good Samaritan Hospital in Lebanon. After I got to a point where I was feeling better, I said, "Hey, I got things to do." I said, if this was in the middle of the month and I had nothing going on, I'd be willing to stay. But the fact is, I have things to do the next couple days. I didn't explain what those things were because it's none of their business. This is one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to come here and do a report of what gone on in that courtroom. Now here we have two people taking an oath to support obey. Now that's another thing. It says obey. Judge Klein did not obey the Constitution. He obeyed some stupid rule book. Anyway, so I don't know, but maybe both of these people should be disbarred because they violated their oath of office. So I'm going to check that out. I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of people violating the Constitution and not receiving the just reward of that violation. There should be consequences when a judge and a lawyer violates their oath of office. Shouldn't there be? Anyway, the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, is part of the supreme law of the land. That rule book he quoted from isn't. So what should trump in this case? Shouldn't the Constitution trump a rule book? I mean, if rules of court go against the Constitution, you should ignore it. And that judge should have ignored that rule book. We have a Constitution. Isn't it about time people get consequences for violating it? Anyway. But in this particular case, they take an oath, they violate that oath, and I think they should be disbarred. What do you think? Who knows? Of course, Judge Klein is getting up in years. Who knows? He might not be able to get another job. But, the fact is, if he's disbarred, he'll probably lose his pension. That's not too bad, is it? So, at any rate, so you have an idea of what I'm about to do. I'm going to complain to the Pennsylvania Bar Association. I asked for a constitutional right, and it was denied. Shouldn't they be disbarred for that? Because how many times in their service do they do that? How many times has Judge Klein violated this oath? How many times has David Warner Jr. violated this oath? Anyway, now listen to part of this oath. It says, I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, as well as to the court as to the client, that I will use no falsehood, nor delay the cause of any person for lucre or malice. Okay. This guy was promoting falsehoods in that courtroom. Because, you see, his client, Washington Court Apartments, their property manager, Joseph Turner, has been lying about me throughout the whole deal. And Judge David Turner was basically twisting those lies and making them sound like they're truth. But the fact is, the judge is a lawyer, and more than likely he would have been more supportive of the lawyer than he was of me. And that is the basis for me wanting a jury trial. Okay. It's time, folks, to hold these people accountable. Okay? So, I mean, not only has this been an unconstitutional thing, it has affected my health. And if they keep it up, it's going. Well, I don't know. I'm trying not to let. I'm taking various different supplements, and who knows? I might have to take one of the doctor's medicines to supplement what I'm doing. But so far I think right now I have a handle on it. But who knows? If I get under pressure again, it could happen again. Anyway. But you see, here's the thing. Joseph Turner, the property manager at Washington Court Apartments, doesn't give a damn about my health. And that's part of the problem. You see, the truth is, I told him, and we're talking about last March, all right? Last March, part of the time, I was in the hospital. I was very, very sick last March. And yes, there were things that needed to be done in the apartment, but I told him, I said, I'm pretty sick. My health is a problem, and I said, I need my rest. But the workers can come in any time in the afternoon. I mean, listen, you go to bed at night, the morning is a sensible time to do your resting. And I told them the workers, well, guess the workers can come in the afternoon. Oh, he didn't like that. He wanted them to come in the morning. Do you get the picture? So from that exchange, he started telling people that I refuse the workers. And that lie, that one lie, is causing this whole mess. And he found a lawyer that would support him in his lie. These people need to be held accountable for what they're doing. What do you think? Let's see. I'm going to keep you up to date as to what's going on. Like I said, I am probably going to contact the Pennsylvania Bar Association, tell them about this, and see what happens. Like I said, these people need to be held accountable. All right? That's my commentary for today. May your trails be pleasant. Thank you for listening.